Hey, what's going on, everybody out there? I do apologize for the late start. I was having some technical difficulties. It's raining, the internet is kind of messing up, moving a little slow. So I definitely apologize. But we're going to go ahead and get started. We thank you all for at least being patient with us, because things happen, even though it's the third show, stuff still happens. You can't change that, okay? Moving forward, we're gonna go ahead and introduce you let you know who's here, introduce the people on the panel. To the person to my left, which is y'all's right, we have the one and only
comedian David Emmanuel, and I'm wearing the same color as Leroy. Get more camera time. I'm sitting next to Leroy. I like Leroy.
It ain't even that way,
Not like that type of life, but you know what I mean. Spiritual.
Yeah, we brothers. Yeah, and to my right, which is y'all's left, we have two ladies here. Y'all introduce yourselves.
Hey everybody, I'm comedian Claudine.
And I'm comedian Queen T.
And that's it.
And that's it.
Hey, it is what it is, Jack. Matter of fact, this whole panel is at the Comedy Zone, so you can come check us out anytime. If you like us on our Facebook pages or on our Instagram or Twitter page, we put out information every time we're going to do a show, which is either a Tuesday or Wednesday night show, which we can get you all in free if you all are interested in doing that. That's if y'all are here in Jacksonville. If you're watching outside of Jacksonville, maybe one day the club owner will allow us to stream it so we can go ahead and let you see what we do. But until then, you just have to deal with what we got, which is this right here. Okay. Mm-hmm. For next thing we want to go ahead and give a big shout out to our BOBs that are down here in Jacksonville. First, I want to give a shout out to DNAs. I got a thing that's going to be happening at Dex and Angie's. Is clean comedy and karaoke night. Okay, it's a $10 entry fee to get in, and it's clean, which means you can bring your kids. Kids get in free. So come on out and have fun with us. It's going to be on August 11th. It starts at 8:30. Come on out and meet us. Some of us will be there, or get on the mic and sing. I can't sing all that well, but I can promise you I'm going to get up there and cut a rug. I'm make sure somebody going to dance. If anybody, I know my wife will get up and dance with me. That's the least she can do. Ain't that right, babe?
Get on up.
No? Okay. Yeah. Wow. I want to do another shout out to Two Saints that's out there on 103rd.
Two Saints.
Two Saints. They good food, clean. They do a open mic night out there as well with clean comics with Funny Bone. That's every fourth Friday of the month. Y'all should check them out. Go out there and support. We got to support our own so that they can last and that way they can continue feeding us. Is there anything y'all want to plug? Y'all know any BOBs that I don't know about? Mm-hmm. That's good. No,
I know a lot of groups out there that's doing a lot of great things. We got the Dashiki Mix and Mingle. Well, not Mix and Mingle. Dashiki Honor to the Ancestors. Unity over Beliefs. We got that show on the 22nd. They're going to be roasting none other than David Emmanuel, a comedian. Y'all see me with the microphone down, because I like for people to see me, because my mom said I was handsome, and I believe her. I want to make sure y'all can see me out there. Looking as beautiful as I can possibly, well, not beautiful, but as handsome as I can look, because my mom said I was handsome. Can't nobody tell me that different. I ain't going to even listen to you. But, they're going to roast me on the stage. There's a couple of them, and
Milkman Baby.
I got Gartrell. We can dial him in if you want to talk to him. He's more than a senior citizen. He's an astro citizen.
What?
Yeah, his age is way past.
He got his AARP card.
Yeah, human age.
Oh,
but
okay.
he's coming out to roast us, and Miss Claudine is gonna be there. David Jones, Kano Williams, and I'm sure it's gonna be some more.
I was supposed to come, but me being I booked a gig and forgot.
He'll be there in spirit.
Yeah, I apologize over and over and over again, but the least I can do is show my support, give him the platform, go ahead and say what you guys, because I wish I could wear a dashiki. It'll look like paint on me because I wear the shirts tight. I gotta have it tight. There's a dashiki, it's a don't shiki when you put it on me.
And I want to shout out all the groups in Jacksonville.
You got your Black Vegan Social group too, right?
Black Vegan Social, and we're growing at leaps and bounds. We're a part of Black Vegan Social. That ain't working. Well, we got Black Vegan Social is the main group, But then we have chapters everywhere, like Houston and South Florida, New Jersey, and all that. And we're the Jax chapter. Anyone want to join in to help us? It doesn't matter if you're vegan, vegetarian, or an aggressive meat eater. Either way, we accept you because it's unity over beliefs.
There we go. I like that. And I got one. I got a saying that I kind of picked up off of Facebook because it kind of helps us out. It's called organize or die, because that's what we got to do. We got to organize, come together. Even if you're not a vegan, go out and support the group. They do walks on Tuesdays over the bridges and things like that. And 3 miles. I haven't gone for a walk yet, but I will. I promise you. Y'all see me out there. I got to get myself together, because even though his red shirt look better on him than it do on me.
I'm not going to say that.
You don't?
We are brothers. We both look amazing.
Okay.
My mama said so. So don't you say nothing different.
Okay. And Miss Claude, y'all over there, y'all got anything? Y'all know about any groups that we don't know about?
No, not really.
No BOBs.
No, I don't know what the hell BOB mean, but you know,
black on business.
bring your own breath.
I'm sorry.
Bring your own B cup.
Yeah, black on businesses.
Okay.
Yeah. No, none. What about you, Mr. Mickey? You got something going on, don't you?
Yeah,
You're a BOB yourself,
BOB,
right?
Yes, anti-negative. Support me. Read the mission statement at antinegative.org, antinegativity.com.info.
Put it up.
And look forward
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
to your students in Duval County schools utilizing the worksheet book for the cause. So it's anti-negative, and what it is the no negativity campaign, where we spread awareness, encourage people to say no to negativity.
Boom, can I hold that? Anti-negativity. Let me hold it.
You gonna be positive tonight?
No, check this out though, for real. When I was taking my little college course, English 101, I was about 25 years old, because college started late for me. For those who don't know me, I graduated with a 1.8 GPA. And I think that was good, because they didn't indoctrinate me. See, being stupid, well, not stupid, but being ignorant was a benefit to myself. See, and people don't even know that. But this is what I wanted to write about on my English paper. And the lady was like, no, that don't have a lot of stuff and blah, blah, blah. I think she didn't want me to speak about this, because this is very important.
Yes.
So now I can speak about what I want. I don't have no lady giving me permission. Do what I want to do, lady.
You hear that? I hope you're listening, lady. You's a punk. That's what you is. Gonna sit up there and down us. You lost your mind. Okay, well then we got all of the aggressive talk out of the way, because we gotta let you all know what we doing, what's going on. What I have on my mind, honestly, is some crazy stuff I heard in the news. It's a thing called Choco Loco. It's like a snortable chocolate powder for energy. Lie to you not. It's like they were saying that it's like a precursor to sniffing cocaine, but that's what the government wants you to think, but I mean, why would you even make a snortable energy drink anyway?
A snortable anything.
A snortable energy drink.
That is
like, I don't even know, like snortable, it couldn't be an energy drink. It's like
these millennials.
Yeah,
I don't know what these millennials doing these days, snorting chocolate, trying to get a Nestle high or something.
Yeah. But why even make it a flavor anyway?
I guess I'm trying to keep it on the clean side, but everybody ain't used to swallowing. But if you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. I mean, if it doesn't give you a positive urinalysis, hey, I'm all about snorting it. I guess I'm all about snorting it. I don't know, as long as I don't mess up my nasal cavity or nothing.
Let see if I can hear.
Have me wide open, and that's another hole for somebody to go in. But
and maybe they just trying to strengthen the nose muscles as far as snorting in power. Oh, that's Gatriel. Gatriel?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear him?
yeah,
Yeah, it's loud.
Okay, we a little behind on schedule, but we want to let the people of Jacksonville know that you were coming out June the 22nd to the Dashiki Mix and Mingle, and you're going to be one of the guys roasting me. We told them that you were an elder, senior citizen, somebody from Avenue B and 45th. When you want to speak to them right quick?
Yeah, let me talk to these people, let them know that y'all done lied on me. I ain't old.
sound like a church
Avenue would be auto 45th Uncle in no circle. And that was out of Peekaboo.
By Peekaboo.
Okay, so when I come up there, when I come to see Mr. David, he told me I get roses. Y'all better have y'all the forks be ready because I'm going to burn him up.
All right now.
I'm going to burn him up. Look at you.
Sound like he gonna put you on the grill. Then.
Okay, your phone messing up. You can't. Obama out of office. You got to get a different phone.
Yeah.
You can't get a Trump phone. We can't hear you.
T-Mobile.
Well, real quick, Leroy has just introduced us that they got cocoa powder that the kids get to snort. I guess to practice for cocaine. Have you heard anything about that?
Called Choco Loco.
Choco Loco.
Oh, boy, but let me
Well, listen here, guys.
Throw that phone out the window.
Yeah, just toss it because that phone ain't no good.
Yeah, you make a right and make that phone make a left.
Yeah, that's
Call me back from the other number. And,
Roll the window down on that one.
Call me back from the other number.
Yeah, that's a cricket phone. You got a cricket phone. Yeah, man. I was like, yo, how do you gonna sit up there and push something like that on kids now? Like,
yeah, we don't. They got the weed.
Well, they pushing everything else on our kids. You know, I'm not shocked and surprised. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, I was gonna say I'm the type of parent that at least before I let my kid watch anything, I watch it. Before I let them try anything, I kind of tried. And I was gonna be like, you know what? Maybe I should go ahead and get some Choco Loco and snort it myself. See
I don't know. What if you get addicted to the Choco Loco?
Well, it depends on what kind of energy drink energy I get. Now, if I snort it and then at the end of the day it puts a smile on my wife's face, then I'm okay with it. I'm snorting all day.
Yeah,
you understand?
Yeah.
Let me get.
So you saying it's like the blue pill thing? What they call it? The
Viagra.
Viagra. You say when you snort the chocolate, you think it's gonna have the Viagra effect.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Hopefully, I don't want to mess around and not be able to,
am I
blast
too loud
it too forever.
So
I'm good. Yeah, you sound
good. Is it cocaine?
You want it now, honey. You can rub it on you and make it numb. You understand? I know what they do with it.
But or is it some form of THC?
No, it's just like they was talking about. It was just energy, like a snortable
Oh,
form.
So it's probably
energy.
ginseng and ginkgo and all the stuff I like in my energy drinks.
Yeah, but why make it snortable? What's the point of making it snortable? Is it supposed to get into your bloodstream faster because it's snortable? That it can go up, you know what I'm saying? Because I watched Superfly last time, and he used to take it and put it in his pinky finger.
Okay, I'm on here. Gatriel, you got any experience with snorting cocaine? Because you can probably tell us how it relates to the chocolate.
Yeah, I just got my last disability check from that.
You ain't on parole.
That's how they gave me a disability check. They say I got 2 holes in my nose that's bigger than they should be because I snorted some of that Nancy's chocolate.
Nancy's chocolate?
Yeah, shit, I didn't know.
So this ain't nothing new. They been snorting chocolate is what you're saying?
No, man, they called brown hair and they used to tell us we were snorting brown hair when we were snorting Nancy's quick with the little rabbit on them and shit.
Oh wow!
No.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be cursing though.
No, that's okay. Only one person on this panel saved. Everybody else is sinners, so there's no problem.
Let the Redeemer say so.
Hey.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you chiming in with us today. Thank you, and everybody look forward to seeing you Saturday. I know I do. I got to get some things for you, but I'll be ready.
Yeah, you better get some flour and some meal. You know that stuff you put on food before you cook it up and roast it up. Yeah, all that season you gonna need, son.
Okay.
Cause I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna roast you like a turkey.
Hey, guys, I don't.
Tell me no eat no groceries.
Yeah, because you said it right out your mouth, because I'm gonna eat you.
He gonna eat you.
I think, that's a little. That's a little.
Man, that's bad news. All y'all over there in the room laughing at me.
All right, now.
I'm the show now. I done told you I don't mind being your duck.
Yeah,
He gonna season your meat and eat you.
You know what I'm saying? That's right. That's a mess, ain't it?
Yeah. Hey, well, we gonna have a good time, man. We appreciate you. Appreciate you, King.
Yes, sir.
And we
gonna appreciate you.
All right.
Bring some meat in your purse.
Yeah, we family. We building together. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I love you too, man.
Love you too.
I love it. I like you. I don't even tell family members I love them, you know. But hey, unity over beliefs. That's all I can say, man. We won. We won blood. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we won blood. And you on that. The other part of the one, they got a sled into the two down there. They like you half-ass, nigga.
Hey, you need to save some of that from Saturday because I don't believe you're going to have that type of stain in you when I get done with you. It's going to be like Mayweather and whoever that guy is he fighting. Roberto. You going to be up there talking about dance for me, boy, dance for me, boy. You sound like you're going to be a dance for me, boy type person. I'm going to dance for you, all right. I'm going to be on you. I'm going to cut into your skin. I'm going to rip your ego out your heart. I'm going to deliver you where you're supposed to be with the rest of your comrades up there with Moses. You know you and Moses were first cousins. Y'all were born and played together back in the day. I don't even know why you still here with us on Earth. I want to tell you something right now. Bow your head, let's pray for you.
You won't stop talking.
You know you wrong.
Oh, sorry, baby.
Hey, we gonna turn up. We gonna turn up Saturday. I know you ain't know what turn up mean. That mean bring your face and put the bag. What it mean? We'll see you Saturday. We'll see you Saturday.
You got to run over Edgewood, nigga.
Edgewood, that's right. That's where I'm
I
at.
can run over now.
Yes, sir.
You might need a helicopter to come and get your white ass.
I think on that note, God, he probably got you. We're gonna have to get him on this side.
You got me. I see you Saturday.
All right, yo.
Yo, got Trail crazy, man. I work with him in Georgia, yeah, man. He always ready to start joning on people, man. Oh, down here they call it ranking.
Yeah.
That's what they call it down here.
Well, you know, we had to prime them up, but the people don't know. They don't know what I'm gonna do because, you know, even though I'm representing my ancestors, y'all can get a taste of the old me. Yeah.
So, what you gonna say?
So, is this approved by the Food and Drug Administration?
From my understanding, yeah, they was okay.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
you know, they
wow.
let anything go into the United States. We ain't nothing but test subjects.
Yeah, as long as it's keeping us down and we're not working toward entrepreneurship and owning our own and self-empowerment, they don't have a problem with it.
Well,
That was
my
my
kids
wife,
get
y'all.
on.
It's only been
on this
introduced to the
chocolate.
black
I'm
people?
dropping them off in Washington D.C. They're gonna take care of them too.
No.
Well, but they got that opie problem going on. That's common amongst their own, and it seems like they give them therapy and counseling, whereas when they got people that's resembling our color, when they got them on crack, and it was you go to jail.
Yeah.
So there's different treatment.
Yeah, it's a setup, I think, you know, so they can make money in the treatments in the jails. I mean,
Oh, you said opie. I thought you meant opie, like when black people try to act like white people, like.
Oh, that opie.
Yeah, that opie. Yeah. Oh, you talking
They
about?
call it opium. Is it opium?
You talking about
Opium.
opioid?
They call it
Yeah,
like
you
opium.
can't say opium because they're gonna correct you.
Oh, okay,
You
yeah.
know.
No, but I mean, either way, I mean, it's they own it, but they gonna get them help, and they, like you said, they gonna throw us in jail. I like the whole crack epidemic, like all of our parents and stuff. If you grew up like when we grew up like in a single parent household where one of the parents ended up getting snatched up because they couldn't get a job, so they started selling dope, and then they ended up going to jail for selling crack. But then somebody who's white will snort or be selling the cocaine version of it and get half the time or not get no time at all.
Right. Now, Leroy, I don't know how we what kind of symptom or how we can solve this. I know the Black Vegan Social. We're doing a fast on the 23rd, a water fast. All right.
I
They
don't know
did
if I
it
can do
already.
that.
That's all they.
As the leadership groups, they did it. Monday, I didn't do it with them because I'm driving the truck, and I'm like, I got to urinate when I'm driving. I can't do that, so I couldn't join in. You know, I wanted to do it with them, but I'm like, I can't drive a truck and be, because I got to get where I'm going.
Yeah.
And so
you can just take that thing out and just let it sit inside of a.
a bottle,
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
But I did that one time before and pissed all in the seat. And I was like, I thought they was gonna find me when somebody, I had to let it dry before I got back. Nobody from my job don't hear this. You ain't catch me. Anyway, I made this up. I had to let it dry before I got back and all that. And I was scared the driver was gonna tell on me and all like that, So, but we're gonna do that on the 23rd, which is Sunday. We're gonna do that, and I'm on vacation that week. So, and we would love for y'all to join in too, because like they say in the scripture, now see, 'cause the scripture is true. We just got to know how to look at it for our benefit. If you starve the flesh, the spirit will grow. And you're literally starving the flesh and your spirit is growing. Because we got to reach out to our ancestors, because if we march, what happened? Hardly nothing. If we get out there and try to peaceful protest, they attack us and do all this. I'm not going to go out there and let them people beat up on me and twist my arm all around and break it and stuff and lock me up. You know, I don't know.
Hey, I agree.
I'm willing to fast in my own house. I protest in my backyard.
So
Put a sign back there, write what I want on it, and don't go nowhere. You got to come and get me.
It's a 24-hour fast? You know,
Yes, 24 hours.
23rd of July.
Yeah, Saturday at midnight.
Okay.
Until Friday morning.
Wait, hold up now. You said Saturday to Friday.
Well, you know what I mean.
No,
midnight.
I don't.
Well.
Look at her face. Midnight Friday night.
Right.
Which is going into Saturday morning to midnight Sunday night.
Right.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay.
Some of y'all educated people know.
Hey, I'm just saying, you know, starve the flesh,
What won't be
diabetes kick in.
Well, some people do more than that. And they said, I think 3 days of a water fast totally rejuvenates your immune system.
No, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, they researching that, Claudine.
I ain't seen it in the Bible.
Claudine said, if it ain't in the Bible, I ain't doing it.
You know, so what would be the purpose of the actual fast? What are we trying to accomplish? Is it just to strengthen our bodies, or are we looking to try to impact something economically or something like that?
Well, no economic effect, and I could call out, if y'all want. I don't want to keep calling people. I want to call one person, but I can call the goddess that started the movement. But what we're trying to do is get a closer ancestral connection.
Oh, okay.
You know, so that's part of what's going on. Something spiritual. Connect more with our spirit. Because see, we have gotten religion. That's how they got us from Africa. They tricked us into religion when we were spiritual people.
Oh,
and see, religion have us so divided because there's so many different religions and all this, and you don't know who's right and who's wrong. But we know that we are spiritual. We are, because the melanin in our skin and the power that we exude.
He ain't got
we
no
spiritual
melanin
people.
in his skin.
So, huh?
Never mind. Go ahead.
I guess.
He got a little bit of melanin in his skin.
Claudine, you ain't much darker than me.
Hey,
now, so
whatever.
I'm talking too much. Now. I look at your ankles; they're gonna be the same color as me now. I know something. Come on now.
But I get the whole thing. Like I get it. You know, like I tell my son, even if I don't see what y'all doing, I can feel it. You know,
right.
I got them kind of powers.
Hey, it's kind of like when your parents be having them knee pains and they can tell you when it's raining outside.
Yeah.
Yep. They can smell it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but hey, it is what it is, you know. But I'm glad for that, because I've been thinking of like what David Banner was saying, like if we're gonna like kind of impact the world, either you're gonna impact it like by fear and force, like okay, well the people that we trying to impact need to lose something, or we impact it financially where they're gonna lose money out of the whole aspect. And honestly, you can impact a whole group and change a lot of things if we all organize our finances and shop with just us. And I'm not saying that, I mean, because they all do it. You know, the Jews do it, Chinese do it. It's nothing wrong with it, but we kind of got this mindset to where it's like, okay, well, we need to stay integrated to be able to make a impact or to build a nation within a nation. Now, I mean, you can go back. I'm from Washington, D.C., if y'all didn't know. And then if you can go from what is it? I think it's Southeast. I don't know where it's at, but they got a Chinatown.
Oh, yeah.
Like a specific Chinatown.
Yeah.
That's in DC. And I mean, they're not arguing with them.
Yeah.
They're not arguing with them saying, listen, y'all can't do that. Matter of fact, they kind of encourage it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then a lot of the inner cities, like in Detroit, is kind of like that. You have Mexican town where all the Mexicans are over here, you know. Or you have the Amish people, and they all are over there.
Right. And I'm not saying that we have to all move to the same area, but what I'm just saying is, like, financially, if you know that you need to go to a grocery store, find a black-owned grocery store to purchase your stuff from first before you go to that Walmart. Now, I know it's hard because as black folks, we like deals. Yeah. We like to pay as low as much as possible, and you know, but sometimes you're gonna have to dish out a little extra change to that black-owned business just because it's black-owned, and then in turn you make up something or you build up a business and let them know, listen, buy from me first before you decide to buy elsewhere. You know, I mean, that's the only thing that we should do, because that's what they do. I look at, what is it that on Beach Boulevard, there's a new chicken place that's right there, Filipino chicken place.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
We went out there and
Yeah.
had a meeting out
I can't
there.
remember the name of it right now.
Well, one of the actresses
Yeah.
is Filipino,
Yeah.
so she had us meet out there.
Okay,
For
so
one of our meetups.
So you can, when we drove past it, we was going to go and we was going to try, but I was seeing nothing but Filipino
Philippine.
people
Definitely.
walking
Most definitely.
in the business. I'm talking about,
Yeah.
I've seen like a lot. That's the most Filipino people I've ever seen together.
When you know the system is set up, as long as they can keep black people at the bottom, and black may not be what we are, because we gods and goddesses, kings and queens, whatever people can rationalize their mental self with, but they want to keep us at the bottom, so they will let all these other races do all these other things. As long as we don't do it, the system and the powers to be are okay with it. So they even painting the narrative of taking our lives and doing all that, and they get off in the justice system. All of them are on code in the same team. But when we come together and we unite, we put unity over belief, we're going to be stronger, and they know that. But it's up to us to do it. We have to have certain disciplines. Just like you said, support the businesses.
Yeah.
You spend a little extra. And then these businesses lower your prices to make it somewhat affordable. You need to make enough to make your living. We understand that. But don't make 4-5 times because you feel like you ain't gonna never get it again.
Yeah, right.
So you got to charge this crazy, outrageous amount. Let's meet each other halfway.
Yeah.
And then we can even start growing stuff together. Now, see, that's why if people get on the vegan kick with us,
Lord help.
we trying to lead you there. But when you get there, but potatoes grow under the ground. It's the easiest thing to grow, and supposedly it has everything the body needs to sustain itself, except for vitamin B12. It's a lot of research on there. Do your research and then form an opinion. But if we can grow potatoes and kale, we got food that we can eat, and we not even going in the grocery store to buy food. We can grow food. Everybody grow a little something and share, and keep us out the grocery stores, and we won't get half the poisons they got in the food anyway.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to have church today, but if
Yeah.
you want to put the robe on, I can put it on.
Like,
I didn't know.
The original
we got
organic.
to get to teaching, and letting them know why we're turning vegan, and why this is like a foreign language to so many people, especially the youth. You've been and said this to them, and they've been to start laughing because they don't have the knowledge. So we got to find a system where we can get and teach them why.
Right. Surprisingly, the goddesses that's doing this thing, they told me the college students know about the stuff, that they already doing it. That they're more conscious than we are. If you notice, it's the adults that's on all these medications and going to the hospital and getting all these procedures. You got hospitals on the corner of every expressway.
But they
now.
are too. Because in my research and findings, a lot of the youth that are in the colleges and things like that, they're doing cocaine and all these things to stay awoke and pass the exams, and what that stuff do to their body, and then they're getting these degrees and walking away junkies.
Right.
I
hope they don't do the drugs.
Oh yes, they are.
Yeah,
It's definitely
Adderall,
there,
25 milligrams.
Yeah.
all the kind of
Adderall is that it's a classification within that same
medication. Yeah.
Wow.
So like
it's like chewing coffee beans.
Them, somewhere to teach.
We find creative way, and that's one of the benefits that we have as artists. We're able to create and put information in our comedy to reach people where they don't even know they laughing, but we actually putting some good substance in there. That's a good foundation there. And I noticed, I was talking with Funny Bone when we did the clean comedy at Two Saints, and he was like, "This is my my church, my ministry." Yeah, when he talked to us, and I mean, I looked at it different when he said that. Because it is a ministry, when you're around them type of people. Don't get me wrong, when you get around
I'm just shaking my head. I don't know too much about vegan because
Well,
I like
we talked to Signal 27, and we are working on having a show. Signal 27 is going to help us facilitate. We're going to cook meat that's not meat.
Amen.
And we're going to let y'all taste that meat. And the viewers and the listeners get to see y'all
facial expression.
Yo, we're definitely we're gonna try it. I've never had like meat that ain't meat, you know.
Yeah.
I guess.
We got to wean off. We can't just come tell you and say put away the meat, y'all established. We can't do that.
Yeah,
so we
exactly.
got to wean you off. I don't even eat the meat alternatives anymore. Wow. I done moved on. You grow. It's just like school. You go to kindergarten and then you go to first grade, but are you gonna stay in them grades? No, you got to go on up to high school, then you got to go to college. It's the same thing in life. You never stay at one place. And see, that's what we got to learn as melanated people, as black people, is there's something bigger and greater. Every time you get into something, there's something else with layers and layers and layers, and you're like, wow, I didn't even know it was like this. When I started riding bicycles, the street bikes, 27 miles, I wore regular clothes. I took a regular bike from Walmart, and I was hurting, because it was 27 miles down there. I was hurting. And these guys were walking with all these tight shorts on and walking around like, what's wrong with them? Why they wearing them tight shorts? I thought they were kind of funny, And turns out, I said, well, what's going on? They had padding in the middle of them biker shorts so that they could get on them bikes and ride like that. And when I learned about that, I said, well, I'm gonna get me some now. I got a jumpsuit that look like a wrestling suit. Okay. I put that on. It ain't no shame. I let my little hair stick out from my chest and I ride my bike with that bicycle wrestling suit on. But it's layers to stuff, and you have to learn.
But you riding your bike for exercise? That's what.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But a lot of the things we do is behavioral. It's behavioral. It's hard to change. I mean, I still like chicken. I'm like, why I can't have chicken? So they gotta really understand why and get the.
There's an alternative to chicken.
And we're gonna have to find a way for Leroy to transition us off the vegan thing, because that wasn't even on the list.
Hey, it's all good. I mean,
I'm finna call some backup.
No, it's all good, because you can never really get to all of the topics that we have. Sometimes it just go that way. Yeah. But I was actually looking into doing that after you sent me the video about the guy talking about the potatoes and how his family got.
Thank you for watching it.
Oh yeah, I watched the whole thing. It was a long lecture that he did. It was very long, very very long.
Yeah, but most people won't listen to nothing I say.
No, but it's
narrated.
No, but it's not that. It's because I kind of understood where it was coming from. I looked at a documentary called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, and for 15 days, you might as well say I was a vegan. Key to tell you, I drunk juices first thing in the morning, fresh juice first thing in the morning that I blended myself. I made my smoothie for my lunch, and for dinner I had like a bean soup or potato soup or something like that at night. And I did it for 15 days. No, I just did it for 15 days because I was like, yo, if I can do this for 15 days, it shouldn't be an issue. Now I fell off the wagon.
That's a lot.
Yeah, but it really wasn't hard. And the thing about it, in 15 days, people at my job saw that I was dropping weight.
Right.
In 15 days. Yeah. Not saying, and I wasn't hungry or anything, because as long as I at night had like the heartier soups at night.
I meant hearty burger.
No.
He's not Hardee's.
I got two testimonies, but I'm share the first one in this show.
Let me have a date.
The first time I quit eating meat was when I had to clean the chicken myself, and this little wings were flopping right there. Wow. And I was like, oh my God, this what I'm eating? Because when you eat chicken, people want you to get Clorox and wipe down. They want you to do all, don't touch that, don't touch this. And it's like, I'm getting ready to eat this. Why can't I just touch it and whatever? So they're so protective of it. But I quit for 3 days after cleaning that chicken, and it only lasts 3 days because Burger King had all them burgers on sale for $1 and whatnot, the rodeo burger and all that good stuff. And I was like, it's only $1, but the aftertaste was getting me too now. You always have an aftertaste, and you have to have some candy or something like that after. I know I did. You know what I mean? So the first attempt wasn't successful. But years later, I got successful because I was going to do just a year. Because my in-law was picking at me. They started calling me the chicken man. Because I ate so much chicken. Chicken coop. Ooh, I love your chicken coop. That turkey sub and Swiss and all that. They got so many variations of chicken and turkey.
Did your skin go through some type of change when you started vegan?
I want to say yeah. I want to say yeah. The master cleanse that I did more for my skin than anything, but yeah, I want to say,
The master cleanse of your colon?
No. I told you last week, you didn't want to get in my colon. Ain't nobody get in my colon. That is a dispensary. Dispensary. You don't make deposits.
Almost died. That's what I almost died. Oh my goodness.
You said the master cleanse, you know.
Yeah, that's where you have organic lemon juice, cayenne pepper, and maple syrup and water. That's all you drink. You don't eat any food. I did that for 40 days.
Ooh,
and I lost 37 pounds. And you talk about my spirit was big. It was big because my flesh was starving. People thought I was on crack. My managers at work was calling me in. What's wrong with you? What's the problem? What you doing? They thought I was on drugs. But you know.
What is it again?
What was
the
that?
Master Cleanse. If you Google the Master Cleanse, I read the book on it. It was written by Stanley Burroughs, written in 1944, I believe it is. And he has a clinic where people go when they real ill. But supposedly, the longer you stay on it, it will clean any ailment that you have with the body. It'll take it out.
So what is it again now?
The Master Cleanse.
No, I'm saying, what is it?
It's a little yellow book.
Yeah,
it's real small. But
no, like the ingredients.
The ingredients. Say those ingredients again.
Oh, cayenne pepper,
for people that
maple
can't read.
syrup,
okay.
Lemon juice, organic lemon juice. But you got to read that book. Don't go by just me talking, because what it does is your stomach will shrink.
Oh yeah.
And when you come off of it, you got to come off drinking the broth or soup first for 2 days. Yeah. Then the next day you can eat the whole soup, and then from there you can go to fruits, and then you can go back to eating. Because if you don't come off of it right, it could be fatal. It could be you can get real sick. So I would never. I don't tell many people about that, because you need to read. Don't just go by what people say how to do it. You need to read and map it out and have a plan.
You heard him. Read it. Don't do what he's did and damn near die. Okay, that's what I'm saying. you know what I'm saying. I don't eat nothing as it is, so I think I can try it. You know, how about y'all? Y'all think y'all can do it?
Hell to the next, all right. I can't do it.
No. You know, I want to do it. I'm going to begin. I don't know where I'm going to go. I'm more worried about my mental state and what support that I'm going to have, you know, coming off the meat, you know, and going to I'm like
just hanging on to that meat.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what you do.
I don't have like really strong willpower.
That's why. You ever heard of Eric Thomas?
No.
And Les Brown. Yes. You them, they are two phenomenal motivational speakers. And listen to two of them while you're doing it, and when you're coming off, they will fire you up. They are both multi-millionaires from motivational speaking.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Les Brown.
So him and Eric Thomas.
Okay.
But I'm gonna try to break up this conversation on the vegan thing, because we need to get off of it. So I'm gonna dial in one or more of the roasters real quick. Give them a minute. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Kano.
Yo.
Yeah.
What's going on, man? How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing good. Peace and blessings, family.
Peace. How y'all doing? You with Leroy?
Yeah, I'm with Leroy.
Leroy, what's up, baby?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Hey, man, you know I'm gonna get that Puerto Rican sitting next to you. You know I'm gonna get him on Saturday.
He say he's gonna get you. I don't know what he say. He say what he's gonna do though.
Why you want to get the Puerto Rican?
Man, listen, it's called a roast. What you think I'm gonna do at a roast?
I don't know. I thought you was gonna go home because you got a head like E.T. I thought you were gonna fall.
Man, you know going on. He is the not blackest person I know. You ain't want to be half black so damn bad. He just trying to figure it out.
The people told me your eyes are bow-legged. You can't even stand up straight on your eyeballs. I don't know.
Hey, man, I love
like a malnutrition.
I love what y'all doing. I love what y'all doing. One thing you need to do, Leroy, though. I love what you're doing with y'all too. One thing you need to do, though, is wherever Elaine will sit at, dim the goddamn lights. Because I'm trying to watch that shit on my goddamn phone. He fucking my damn vision all up.
Hey, we appreciate you, King. Go ahead. You got one more you want to get in?
Turn the brightness down.
You got one more you want to get in? Because you like...
Just one more. I'm going to get up out of here, man, real quick and everything else. I figured it out. Claudine, I figured it out why I made with them dashikis and everything else.
Why?
When people are confused, right? What they do is try to find a way of how to get out of confusion. So Emmanuel just don't want to admit that his curly hair and his complexion amounts to the whiteness in him. So he's sick, and he can get the whiteness out if he just wear dashiki. And it's working.
Oh, he cut deep. That's what he's doing. He cut deep.
Better say that one.
You're the best psychologist I ever had, man. I'm about to tear up over here, man.
I want to meet a baby girl too, man, but I'm kind of in love with her. I remember that last show y'all did with her and everything else, and she talking about she was being stingy with her yum and everything else, but I'm in love with her, so I don't want to say her name because I feel like it'd be Candyman. If I say her name 3 times, I feel like I'm just keep on staying there and everything else. But you are baby girl. I can't say your name. Can't say your name.
Can you say her initial?
Well, so yeah, what are your initials?
I think you'll be able. I think you'll be able to taste that chocolate. And snort that chocolate. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because Leroy was discussing some. What's the name of that?
Man,
It's called Choco Loco.
Choco Loco.
She said she ain't grooved in some years. I don't think that chocolate no more, man. That might be.
That might be Tamika. You gonna?
Hey.
That mean you gonna crawl into the spider web so she can feel you?
Hey, you got to be.
I think I know who it is.
That milk in there, all that Hershey's cocoa. And then you done drinking that little brown stuff in the bottle.
No,
It's Tamika.
She ain't had nothing in some years, man. That thing like it might not be chocolate no more. I know you want to stick up for the.
Who is it though? Now I'm not. Who is it? Is it?
Kano married.
Is it Donna?
It's Kano married.
Is Kano married?
No.
Kano.
And my man, no, I'm single as hell. That's what I'm trying to send shots at you. That's what I'm saying. I'll talk to you later about that when we all have.
Okay.
Well, y'all, she might have some dashiki panties. I don't know.
What'd you call
Hey,
it?
that's a new product. Don't nobody steal my idea now.
Right, dashiki
We
pants.
gonna make us some money,
Yeah,
y'all.
they call them the thongs.
I know I got y'all this line, but about that whole cocoa thing and about the kids snorting that and everything else, whatever. It's a whole lot of college students do a lot of things. I've been in college. Everybody else, I think most of y'all been in college and everything else. You done did some stuff you weren't supposed to do in your life.
Yeah, we had.
So I'm not saying that I am against it. I'm not saying that I'm with it and everything else. I'm just saying there's a lot of things that go on. So if you don't want to smoke, if you don't want to sniff no damn no coke that may lead to crack, and you want a damn Hershey's Kiss to break it up and snort it, God damn it, I ain't with it. But I'd rather you do that than you be selling stuff you ain't got no business selling, birthday presents and stuff.
Say no to the dog.
Okay, we'll try to understand that. Apparently, your 1.8 GP is lower than mine.
It's kicking in. It's kicking in.
We appreciate you, King, and we'll see you next Saturday. All right, now.
All right, man. Peace to everyone.
Encourage giving people an option of doing drugs. I mean,
if that was
are we familiar with the pineal gland? Have we researched the pineal gland?
Yeah, that's the gland that looks like.
Claudine don't want him to hear that. It ain't got nothing to do with no veganism. It's the biggest gland in our body, but they didn't let us know about it. And our family members are responsible for not teaching us about it as well. So that's the strongest gland in your body, and it will produce the serotonin, the chemical that they look for in drugs. It will produce that. Y'all ever notice I look high most of the time? I'm high within my own self. That my pineal gland is beaming, is what I'm telling you.
I think the strongest gland when we was growing up was our tear glands.
Yeah.
We got our asses tore up.
I know that's right. Extension cords, baby. Real whoopings. I'm talking about real beatings.
Yo, yeah, that kind of. You got stuff thrown at you too now. My aunt watches, but hey, it's okay because she. One time I got small with my aunt, she like threw the remote control at me, right? Mm-hmm. But she was a pastor too, so this like I had been as good about 14. So I thought pastors were supposed to be on like this super high level, right? Well, I'm like, yo, then I walk out of the room and I swore I heard her say shit. I did. I swore I did, and then I was like, Auntie in there cussing, and she was like, "No, I was from the Bible." I said the Hittites. She said the Jebusites, the Hittites, and the Shittites, right? So I go to church. A lot of you not. This happened like 3 years ago. I go to church and I was like, "Yo, Pastor Jennings, how you going to teach about the Jebusites and the Hittites, but you never mentioned the Shittites?" Right? Pastor Jennings put me to the side. I was like, "Listen, son, it ain't no such thing as the Shittites." Yeah. I was like, "Yo, so my pastor, she lied. You a liar, Aunt Barbara. I'm sorry. Don't look at that." Yo, but anyway, I just had to get that off my chest. You know, you gotta live free and die hard, I guess.
And what's another topic? Because you got some good topics today.
Well, what is it?
The white lady that called the black kids rats.
Umar.
at the little elementary school.
Well,
That's here. That's local.
Jacksonville.
That's a local one. Yeah. I forgot the
Said that
name
you
of the
wasn't gonna
school.
never amount to nothing. And,
Oh wow.
yeah.
Well, that's the way the system is set up, and especially here in Jacksonville, we still got that redneck mentality, and it's
Low budget,
we got a ways to
Walmart
go here in
workers.
Jacksonville. But thanks to programs such as yourself, Signal 27, allowing us to talk and get some of our mental frustrations out, and also provide solutions. We're going to remedy that. We're going to remedy that.
I want to know like how though. I mean, it's kind of hard to try to figure out how. Oh, your breath stink. Put you on camera because your breath stink. No, but no, I just want to know like how is it that?
I mean, don't eat meat before you go on live. Yeah. Same thing.
So I mean, it's kind of ironic that what is it?
Don't pass
Straight to hell.
Oh yeah, you gotta go like that.
I'm about to put this thing in my mouth.
Do that.
You know how to handle it now.
Do that. What was it that you were doing? What was it?
I like a woman that's a woman. I like a woman that's a woman. That's really wrong.
Hey, it is what it is.
Some of them think they're too good for that.
Yeah.
Praise the Lord.
Not me.
It ain't too big. It's too big.
It's kind of soft right now. Gotta treat it with kindness. I ain't pay for it.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like but you can tell it was the type of person that she was saying that for a minute before somebody actually caught her doing it. So it's like, what gives you the right to speak to our children that way and down them? But you know what I'm saying? It's like
she ain't spoke to the right black kid. She really glad that it's just.
I think she resigned. She resigned. I think she resigned. Yeah.
And see, the thing is, we have to suspect that everybody's like that. If you ever notice when somebody black do something, they look at you like you did. They treat you like you want to make. When you go in the store, they watch you because they think that you more than likely gonna steal.
Yeah.
So why is it with them, we don't treat them the same way about the crimes that they people commit? So we have to automatically assume they're gonna be serial killers. We have to automatically assume they're gonna discriminate against us. We have to automatically assume that they're calling us derogatory names and words.
Yeah.
You know.
But we gotta stop calling ourselves that also.
And right, and a lot of us are working on that, which is why you hear me greet people king and queen. I don't call them niggas and bitches. And I said the words tonight because I don't really say N-word, but we needed the effect of it. And once we start calling each other kings and queen, we start treating each other that way. And I seen it play out in real life. When the guy first called me king was a guy from Atlanta, and I thought he was kind of funny like. So, you know, I had to pull him to the side and say, hey, man, what you calling me that for? You know what I'm saying? I had to make sure. And he said, no, that's because that's what you are. And then another young lady that's in a group with us, she said, I'm from the ghetto, the hood, and my family members nasty to me. I'm always depressed. I'm sad. I don't think much of myself. She said, but when you start calling me queen, I begin to look at myself different, and my life began to change. And when I seen her tell the guy that, I was like, this might be something.
Yeah. I'm from the hood, and it's still all good. Just because you live in the hood don't mean the hood got to be in you. You know, us speaking for us black women, I mean, right now in society at this time, we are just taking a black eye for everything. I mean, homosexuality, just everything that's going on in the home, you know. I'm not the black men, they're not having when I'm being in the groups and hearing the conversations, when they see a black girl, they already think we messed up. Right. Well, Queen, you know, or we're aggressive, or, you know, easily angered, you know. I mean, I'm
easily angered.
And you keep hearing it like so much, whether it's in your home, you know, like I tell my daughter, no matter what, somebody tease you or say something bad or call you the B word or the H word, you just don't be that, you know, because we can't stop it, but, you know, just don't be that. But I mean, I got an issue with that.
Well, what you got to do, Queen, is go in environments with like-minded people. There's people, and I want to shout out all these groups. You got the Black Commission, you got the People's Plug, and you got a lot of organizations that are being conscious and learning their history and their culture and stuff. So automatically, if you was, I'm not shopping for no guy, but if I had to give a woman advice to shop for a guy, I would go around these groups and find somebody who know what they are. Somebody that's treating women like queens and putting our black women on the pedestal where they belong, because all life comes from a woman. So the man has tricked us not to honor our woman and take her out the equation, even spiritually. And that is the dumbest thing you can do, because can't nobody get here unless they come through a woman.
Right.
So
I hear it, but I want to see it. You know?
but I mean, you should have been there Sunday morning today with me. We was in a tent on Cleveland Road in Container in the hood.
But it's kind of hard with the majority of the people, with the majority of the the religions and things teaching you about the Holy Trinity being, God the Father, God the Son, and the Holy Spirit. But then the question is, you have to ask is what exactly, or what deity is the Holy Spirit is supposed to be? I can get with God the Father and God the Son, but the Holy Spirit has to be a female, because if you think about it, early Christianity adopted the Ankh before they adopted what we know as the cross. Y'all have to do y'all research on that as first. And the Ankh, of course, you already know the top part speaks of the female origin.
Come on.
The two lefts and the rights are the children. Of course, you got the phallic symbol, which is low. You know what I mean? So
That's
come on now,
penis.
that's
The penis.
you can't get it
That's a
past
rubber
that.
stump.
Oh, okay.
That's the snake the Jake.
Right, but I mean,
That's the third leg.
so I mean, if
And the
they-
ovaries stretched
left and
out
the
like
right.
that.
He got it right. He flew, but he took it right out of my mouth. But you got to understand that a lot of things change with
They
the
would take a
whole.
lot of stuff out of people's mouth.
Yeah,
I don't even know if I can answer that.
Oh, we ain't at the roast yet.
Back
Sorry.
me in the corner. Do I
Yeah.
like tongue kiss them and take it out their mouth? Me and my girlfriend used to do that back in the. They decided to eat whatever, she chew it up and then tell me to eat it out of her mouth. Is that what she?
no, man, that's
Y'all
bird.
never did that before?
No, man.
I would go straight vegan.
I miss that girl. Don't tell my wife about it.
Oh, she watching.
Yo, and then lastly, I wanna hit on Doctor. Okay, this is like a major topic. This might take a little longer. Doctor Umar Johnson was on Roland Martin. Okay, y'all seen it. Y'all seen the video. So if y'all don't know who Dr. Umar Johnson is, Dr. Umar Johnson will be considered right now like the godfather of Pan-Africanism. He's the one that's pushing the agenda of be black, buy black, blacks do for themselves before they reach out to others. And that's not a hard concept to understand. You know what I mean? On Roland Martin, a lot of people have been criticizing him about his degrees and where he come from. Okay, well, why haven't we seen any of these degrees or anything like that? So he puts it on blast. Listen, here's where I'm from. Give them a call and let me know. You know what I'm saying? But here's everything that I got. Dealing with child psychology and everything. It's not his responsibility to be like, yo, here is my degree. You really want to know about it, call the people up and get it from them. And he never denied that. I'm not going to give a call to it, but my question is this, is at what point does it require a person to have a college education or a degree to help out his people?
At no point.
At no point.
If you ask me, at no point,
Right.
we got pastors and bishops and people spread the gospel, and we don't know that they have any certification. I mean,
Right.
you can learn from a dummy.
Right, and the thing, right, that is true, and you can get your certification to be a pastor right online.
I wish I would see a pastor standing up in that pulpit with them 3 stripes. That means you got your PhD, you're a doctorate.
Right.
I mean,
and then I feel like it's from a European standard anyway. Nothing against people got degrees at all, as long as you use it for yourself. See, a lot of people get degrees so they can become good workers. But
Right.
if you notice, a lot of people with degrees, the mass majority, they don't make a whole lot of money.
They don't.
But then they got people out there with no degrees that's making a bunch of money, and entrepreneurs and all that stuff. So I've lately been fascinated by people that know their African history. And that made me want to pay attention. It made me want to learn and start reading, and my brain becoming like a sponge, because I feel like it's a lost part of me that I've never been connected with. Because I didn't get any African information growing up in school or anywhere. I only got European information in my brain. And that was all about, we killed these people, we took their lands, now we're going to have a holiday and celebrate.
Well, being in the system,
and roots.
being in the system, you can get the degree, not necessarily you're going to get the job. You know, you're going to get the position.
And you should be creating a
right.
job
and
instead of looking for it.
A lot of the consciousness and awakening, you know, when we believe that we're dealing with an enemy in a system, you know, they're going to get prepared and get the work to be against you, to keep you there, you know. So that's formal education. The formal education can make you a living, but self can make you a fortune. You know? And so I think it comes all the way back to us knowing who we are. Knowing who we are. Once you know who you are, you free your mind. You know, what is it that you can't do? You know, that's what I'm getting from it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What is it that you can't do? You know, you the chosen
I don't
one,
think you have no anti-doctor. Do y'all know Dr. Umar Johnson?
Yeah, I seen the interview, and what stood out in I thought I wanted to talk about was how the negativity came about. You know what I'm saying? From these educated people with these platforms and so much information, you know, so much they could use, they got to that negativity across the air.
So I mean, you can kind of see how it kind of portrays out now versus back in the day. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and use it where you had the field nigga and the house nigga, and I'm not saying that those individuals up there were considered house niggas, but you're gonna have black people that's going to fight for that's going to fight for the system in general. Okay, I mean, can you picture a world where your president is black, the majority of Congress is black, your House of Representatives are run by black people?
I can't picture that in America. I wouldn't even waste my time to
but why not picture it?
Right.
But this is in reality.
But why couldn't that be reality? I mean, you'd say I'm just giving you the option of picturing it, not saying that it's going to be reality when we're alive. All I'm saying is think about it. Just picture it. We, as black people, running the ship. Right. I mean, can you picture it though? I mean, that's the thing. You can't even.
You've been conditioned not to
picture it, and that's.
No. I haven't been conditioned not to.
I say we have, because I have.
Right. I just believe, you know, like coming from Detroit, and before Detroit was a white city, and then fast forward the last 50 years of it or so.
Which is a new movie playing in August the 4th.
Right.
Okay. Now it's turning to a diverse city of the many cultures. I just look at it like we're not going to see an all black America, or we will ever see an all white America. And that I believe that was the mission.
Because it'll never be an all-white America no more.
We weren't here to stay here.
These brothers punching too many white girls.
Stay here, you know what I'm saying?
And some of them white girls thick with. I seen some booties on Instagram.
But they getting our men's.
I was just scrolling through, but I seen some booties on the white girl, and I don't know if they real or fake. I always assume they fake when it's on the white lady like that, but I don't know.
I mean, I have no comment.
And I'm white. Why they turn around and put the booty toward the camera anyway? They want you to see the booty.
But it makes you wonder, like, it does the ones that, because every man typically has a preference, and the majority of black men typically like the bottom half of the woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you think about
big
it, they
hips,
do.
Big thighs, big booty.
All of that. And that's just a man thing in itself.
A man thing. I think that is the thing.
Yeah, we did, Vincent,
we
didn't
got
we?
to teach our youth too, to stop viewing society with this physical thing.
Well, you're not going to stop that with a man.
I mean, I'm not saying to stop it at all. You know,
you got to have a balance.
You know, it's here. It's going to stay. It is what it is. But when I speak of it, I'm speaking like the next little black girl who's not built like that or bad built. You know, the stigma and the complex. You know what I'm saying? She's already going right into depression because who she is.
Well, she shouldn't do that because somebody's gonna pick her up.
Yeah, because I had a real bad experience.
Because everybody ain't perfect. You gonna have to take what you can get. That's why there's a lot of single people out there that are taking what they can get. They waiting for something perfect, and it got to be this and that. If you find somebody that treats you nice, speaks power into your life, uplifts you, and supports your vision,
but he had a small penis.
We gotta produce strong black children who's already confident by the time they get to dating.
You can find somebody to lift you up and all this other stuff, David, but if you find a man with a small penis, I'm telling you, every woman is running. Every woman is running.
Why are they running? You got dildos.
Man, no.
That's the trade off.
And they might,
big butt.
yeah, they got a tongue. They got the tongue game. We learning the tongue game. My era, we didn't know about that. They told us to stay away from that. They set us back a long way. If I would have known that was what I was supposed to be doing, I would have been on top of the world. You know how many one night stands I got because I didn't learn the tongue game till later?
Well, you done told us not to eat meat, so we done.
But I mean, hey, but he getting down with the pork.
I'm not eating that meat. I'm sucking the nectar. See, it's a difference. See, it's nectar. Life comes from that.
The bean flicking. That's what he is. He bean flicking. That's what he doing. He bean flicking. That's what it is.
You see what I got? The garden say. What the garden say? Read it, Leroy. Read it. What message I just got?
On my way to vegan. And then she posted a picture of rice and beans, potatoes and broccoli.
See what I'm saying? Good. You just put the energy in
rice
the air.
Rice and beans and what?
Potato and broccoli.
You just put the energy in the air. That's all you do. What she said?
She said stomach growl.
Rice and beans.
But yeah, so, and speaking of Dr. Umar Johnson, you also got Dr. Claude Anderson. See, we have a lot of scholars that we haven't learned about. I learned about these guys in Hidden Colors about 4 or 5 years ago. And once I learned, I was like, who are these people? Why they know so much more than I do? Why don't I started to ask these questions to myself, and I became mad. I'm like, why didn't they educate me like them? Who is this brother speaking like this with all this knowledge? And why was I neglected? Why my family members didn't tell me? Why the school system didn't tell me? I became mad, but there's nothing I can do mad.
Because
so what I did, I started researching. I spent a week on each one of them scholars. Just like you said, you said Detroit. Is that where Dr. Claude Anderson was?
Dr. Claude Anderson was in Florida. He became a legislator in Florida, and then he put together the first plan back in 1974, I believe, or 75, where he wanted to give reparations for black people. But Jeb Bush just recently kind of threw that out when he was I guess governor of Florida or whatnot. Right. But he's been fighting to get black people reparations for a long time, and not reparations in a sense, but it's not reparation in the sense where you all get where we all get money, because that's what black people are looking for. I want reparations where my 40 acres in the mule, but that's not the case. He's looking to get money for the financial stability of black folks or black people, period. For example, if he was to able to get those reparations, put it in a fund and have that fund build 4 or 5 corporations and factories, then at that same time have those 4 or 5 corporations and factories be able to put black people and only black people to work, then those black people can then go to a black owned bank, get loans to be able to pay the black owned bank back to get homes that can get constructed by individuals who build homes who are black themselves. The reparations that he's looking to get is to build a entire community, just like the Native Americans. The Native Americans, they get money from the government to build casinos, and they living on reservations and they can't be touched.
But was it Detroit that Dr. Claude Anderson went to, and he was going to buy up a bunch of city blocks and make it all black owned and create industry there where we could work and then walk home and make that whole thing? Because he said the whole population was like 80 or 97% black people, but they didn't own none of the gas station, grocery stores, or none of that. And when he went in, the people on city council, even the black people, told him, no, Dr. Claude Anderson, you can't build a black town. You can't have this, you can't have that. And they blocked him from doing his plan. Was that Detroit, or
it
was
could have been? That sounds familiar. I couldn't say yes or no to it, but it sounds familiar.
Build black wealth, black business, black everything by black, but we can't do none of that until we get our minds right.
No, but listen,
I think that's right. Yeah,
we can't. I mean, it's really that dysfunctional. It's really that messed up.
Okay, so let's look at it this way, right? We can agree that there's some dysfunctional white people out there, right?
Very much.
Right, very much. And I'm just using this as an example.
Yeah.
There's
I had to go on white people. Okay, it might not be appropriate for the show.
No, I'm just.
We know who they are. We know what they do.
Right, but we can agree right now on this panel. We can agree that there's some dysfunctional white people out there, or some dysfunctional
Chinese,
Jews, or Chinese,
Filipinos,
right,
all over the world.
But look at it this way, right? There's a handful in each group that have large amounts of money that's able to control their division of people. And I'm not saying that you're not going to be able to bring every last black person with you, but you can't knock the fact that, okay, well, when they see the majority go somewhere, they're going. So just look at it that way. If there was okay, let's say Oprah Winfrey, the woman who owns Radio One, she's like the black female radio like Oprah, okay? Tyler Perry, a majority of the basketball players and NFL players who gets large amounts of money from all of these corporations and things like that congregate and bring all of their money together. So let's say they meet in secret and say, okay, we're going to do this, and this, because that's the way they did it. I mean, that's how JP Morgan and Chase and all of them end up putting the Federal Reserve in the United States government, naming it the Federal Reserve and tricking people, making them thinking that this is part of the actual government, and it's not. So let's be real about it. If we can do that and all of them individuals meet, bring their money together, start buying up large plots of land in an area in the United States, and then start building there, and then they start saying, okay, well, listen, let's sell these homes and make it a priority to only sell these homes to black people who can afford it. You know what I mean? And then you start building. Next thing you know, it's like, well, it's a whole town that's over here that's all black people, and they got industry here, and they're willing to go. And so now you all decide, okay, this is where I want to be because I can get a job. But then you have to also militarize that town to keep it safe from outsiders, because we already know what happened to Tulsa, Oklahoma.
I was getting ready to ask you. 1921, destruction of Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street, something else we didn't learn about. Black people had planes, they had hotels, they had restaurants, they had funeral homes, they had everything, and didn't need help from anyone.
Nope.
And the government dropped bombs on them.
That was
and
the first
destroyed city blocks. So will they do that again? See, that's what we always have to be concerned about.
Right.
See, that's the difference between the European and the African. The European is willing to kill you. If you was to say who killed the most people over the time of creation of humans being on Earth, who would it be?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, because if you get
who would it be? We don't want to answer. Who would it be?
But they ain't gonna drop bombs anymore.
They may not drop
they
bombs, but they're gonna put it in poison in the water. What place that got the poison in the water?
Exactly.
Real bad. Flint,
Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan.
Huh?
But let's say, who says that they're not going to drop bombs on it? They control the media, so if they drop bombs on it, I mean, granted, you might get a few people that's going to record it with social media, but then the major media can sit up there and say, "Oh, that wasn't true. That was lie. That was fabricated. This is real." I was reading some information about and it's funny, it's like a Nazi, he was a Nazi party individual who said you can tell a lie one time and it will remain a lie, but if you tell that lie over and over and over and over again, that lie will become truth. Because so they can sit up there and keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, saying it never happened, and then have proof saying, or their version of the proof saying it never happened, and people be like, oh, they'll be like, well, based on the news, it couldn't have happened, they couldn't have destroyed a whole town. You know what I mean? So I mean, honestly, tell you the truth, they can still do it. The only reason why, honestly, they are on top.
And they still will do it.
Yeah, but the only reason why I feel that they are running the world per se is because of the creation of the gun. Let's be real honest with it. I mean, you get and now their gun that they point at everybody now, and they try to prevent other countries from having it, is nuclear weapons now. And they got all of this stuff saying they're going to shut down nuclear product. They want you to dial down your plutonium creations and stuff. That's, I think, why they so mad at North Korea, because they, you know what I'm saying, they shooting missiles and stuff, but they trying to create nuclear things like that so they can contest the United States.
North Korea is not a part of the European nation. It's one that's still not a part of that system.
Well, that's true, and you're right. They're not a part of that system. Now you can kind of look to. I think the way they run the country is kind of jacked up. But look at the revolt in Haiti. There was the revolt in Haiti that took place that kind of wiped. They was the first ones to free themselves from. What was it, Italy? I think it was. The Haitian. There's the documentary.
France.
France
controlled them.
Right.
I think. Yeah.
Was it France? So they liberated themselves from that European country, and they've been receiving hell for it ever since.
But they had to deal with their own first.
Yeah.
See, and that's why, back to the Dr. Umar thing, Roland got mad when he called, Dr. Umar called that guy a coon.
Yeah.
You know, because the guy said something bad, them and called him a coon. And Roland Martin, that's Roland Martin was like, not on my show. We will not use racial epithets on my show. And you didn't need all that.
Right.
We didn't need all that. And the man called him a coon. You should be able to call coons coons. See, we always are told what we can't do, especially when it's offensive against our own people, and we got to put our own people in check first. Everybody not gonna make it. Wendy Mandela, they said we're putting tires on people and burn. I ain't telling none of y'all to do that. And I'm like, and then I got to go to my Kano, the logic that don't make logic. I wouldn't do that, but I ain't gonna tell y'all nothing to do that. But I want to keep y'all from doing that. Whatever Kano said. Same logic with Wendy Mandela. And the people in France, they dealt with our own first. They got rid of the coons first. And see, I want to start a coon campaign. But I don't know. I think it's like the ancestors telling me to do it. I don't know.
Hey, sometimes you gotta.
I got coon jokes. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'd be like, let me dial back and all that. But these coons, they get more and more aggressive. Like Charles Barkley. He's a bully coon. Look at Don King. I didn't even know he was the coon. He is the coon of coons. Yes. He had Donald Trump dick in his mouth. He had his dick in his mouth, and he was like, only in America. And I said, what the hell are you doing? I couldn't believe it. We got to put these coons in check.
Okay, for the younger people that's probably tuning in.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Say what you want.
Say what you want.
Coon is. Explain what cooning is.
And there's different levels of coon, because, you know, my pastor almost got an argument with me this morning about coon. And because I don't just put everybody in the coon bracket unless you do a coon thing. Cooning is like when you do a good sermon or speech, and then at the end you bring up a white person and give all the credit and energy to them. Okay? That's taking away power for black people and saying, black people, you can't do it on your own. You always got to have a European endorse or create or whatever. To me, that's cooning.
Okay.
And I'm more serious than most people, so don't pay me any attention. With the craft of comedy, you creating, so it doesn't matter. But we get some comedians that go up there and they'll go, you know I like chicken. You know I like chicken, and there'll be all white people in the audience. Okay. Sometimes that rub me the wrong way. And different things like that. Like, beep, beep, beep. I had a Roland Martin. I can't get it out. But there's different levels of it. Like, one more thing. Like I had a comedian, and he was, that's why I hang out with white people. They pay for everything. You 40-something damn years old. What you need somebody paying for something anyway? You see what I'm saying? Different little things like that. Yeah. To me, borderlines cooning. Okay. Like that pastor that was sitting with Trump, and they was talking about Chicago, because Chicago is keyword for black people. Yeah. And they try to paint the pictures of Chicago. That's how the world goes. So this guy went and lied, talking about, I went to Chicago and I talked to the head thug gang members, leaders, and they said, we gonna stop all this killing. And somebody went and talked to the actual leaders, and they said, this pastor didn't even come and talk to us, nothing at all. Yeah. But he was cooning. And what Trump did, Trump said, if you watch the conference, he was like, well, y'all better handle it before I come in there. See, now that's white daddy. Yeah. See what I'm saying?
Well, that cooning
hope I went too
that's cooning is all new to me. And it's
when you probably
everything
doing it
is like everything.
I coon Monday through Friday.
I'm gonna cash that.
I am not that nigga you see when I get home.
If you dog your brother and sister out, if you dog your brothers and sisters out in front of Europeans, so you got to be on code. They on code. They don't dog each other out. I'm not going to belittle Leroy in front of a whole bunch of white people, even if he made a mistake. I'm not going to, because I'm on code. If you listen to Neely Fuller, some of y'all would never hear that name. I just heard it about a year or two ago. That is the godfather of logic. He been doing it since 1950. He don't hit you with no spiritual stuff or nothing. It's all logic. But they are on code, and we need to get on code. Supporting each other no matter what. And the European has this down pat. They'll go all the way across town if they live next door to you to spend money with their people because they know that's what need to be done. So that's being on code. And
I've been kind of quiet listening to this.
Oh,
but I do think every now and then black people do coon. The ones that say they don't coon. Because Monday through Friday, I work with white people, and they white all day. But when I get to work here, I have to downplay my niggerism or negroism. I know what I mean. I have to act like I'm not really black. I mean, like black, but I have to, be of.
Yeah. And you should do that. Neely Fuller says we don't have the right to call people coon because these people are surviving in this system, which is a prison. We are all in a prison, whether we don't know it or not. We are all victims of racism, of this white system of idolatry, and we fall under that. So we don't have the right to come and say you can't do what you're doing to survive. They get money for cooning. When they come out there and say, what about black on black crime? What about this and that? They get paid. The Europeans give them money to go out and challenge you and challenge what you say. They'll bring somebody black to challenge what you say, so it takes away the validity, if that's the right word.
Right, yeah.
It takes that away from it when they bring out the black people.
But we can't let that take away. I mean, I can't just not admit that we suffer from some issues. We do have black on black crime. If we just say, oh, we ain't talking about that right now, that's cool. But then what are we doing about it? What are we doing? Like, what are we doing to be successful at this awakening and cautiousness? What are we doing as an individual? What are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Well, as a society, if you're asking what are we doing, first things what we have to do is we have to first acknowledge that there is an issue and then attack that issue. This is what I believe is what we should do. He mentioned whether or not do we have something to follow or guidelines to go by. Well, Marcus Garvey started it, the whole entire movement.
I like that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, what's the protocol? Like,
well,
I'm not gonna say I'm sitting here seeing 4 or 5 year olds twerking, smoking weed, everything going on, and say, "Oh, don't talk about our kids. We ain't talking about that."
But
right
if I was
now.
to tell you that there was no way that we can specifically stop that, but tell you, listen, black folks in essence will follow what we create and what we do. If what was the doctor's name that we was talking about in Florida? No, not Dr. Umar Johnson. Claude.
Dr. Claude Anderson.
Yeah, Dr. Claude Anderson put together he has a book out, The Empowerment. He has a book out that explains and breaks down the entire thing of what we should do. First, we start off with industry. We first, and he has his own industry when it comes to selling.
I don't think that
he's the number 2 seafood distributor in the world.
Surprise, that's not going anywhere, right? That's just like anti-negative. Will it make negativity go away? No. But I'm going to do everything I can to spread this awareness. And I know that if you do say no to negativity, it will affect your life positive. So I know that, no, that won't go away. There's so many books. There's so many people. When I speak, I be kind of like speaking to myself as an individual. What am I doing? What can I do to the issues I see we face? Now, everybody can go and continue to do all of that, but I feel that I have to be on the ground before I leave this earth. I want that to be a part of my legacy, that as messed up as I am, I'm from the hood, can you all imagine? I don't want that for the youth. You don't have to get 40 and 50 years old to get your mind right. We got to start that early as possible.
Well, you have to do it one person at a time, and it first begins with you. My plan, if I could roll it out, I would find one individual in the family, and that would be the person in charge of implementing this per family. Then you can do it down the family structure. Then it could branch out to your next door neighbor. Then it can go out further, but you would have to find a disciplined person who's not on drugs, find that family member who's not on drugs, who's working, who's married or not married, but they're in the house doing what they're supposed to do. You need one leader. If that's my plan, if I could roll it out, you know what I mean? But other than that, you do it one person at a time, one child at a time. Like where I goes on Sundays, I don't know if I can mention the Vision Center or not, but the kids come up knowing who they are. They come up speaking who we are. We are gods, you know, and they speak, they know it better than we do. They coming out the gate better than I am, 40 years of age, learning my history, culture, and language. They learning it that young.
The mind
So it's all about if you take your child and put them in these environments. Now I say be careful of all these people too, because I'm leery of all these people. We want to work with the kids. We want to know your risk is bent and you switching and you look a little too soft. I don't want you working with my kids. We gonna have to. We got to. You know, use discernment. I'm not gonna put my kids around any other type of people. I want to watch them because a lot of people they looking at them kids like cotton candy. I don't trust them. They messed up. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know the history of them, and you got to protect them kids. But it's got to be done one kid at a time. And me personally, I sit down with my kids at the table, and just like I taught them the Lord's Prayer, I have recently taught them the decoding of the Lord's Prayer. Immediately when I learned it, I was like, oh my God, I taught y'all this. So the guilt was on me. So it was my obligation to teach them the interpretation of it back to our Kemetic roots, back to our ancestors as best we know it. And it was so profound. I was like, oh my God. Like I'll share a little bit now. I don't know that I can because all this stuff is like top secret. But I was taught that recently here that the mind is heaven and the body is earth. So like when they say as it is in heaven, so shall it be on the earth. So that means as you think in your mind, the same way it is in your body. See, your mind and your spirit is the strongest thing. It carries the body around. But we are busy feeding the body. Externally, we are feeding ourselves. Drugs, negativity, poisonous food, all that. But what are we feeding the mind? See, when we feed the mind and we get that pineal gland healthy, which there's a drink you can drink to decalcify your pineal gland that they give the fluoride to shrink it so it won't function. That's why we got all these kids all crazy and all that. And there's nothing you can do when you talk about changing the mind. It's a strategy and it's different things that we got to do. But who's disciplined enough to do it? Everybody's not. And when you come around talking this type of stuff, man, get out my face. Don't get me. I'll give me a Coke 45 or this or that or whatever. It takes discipline. It takes discipline. So there's only a few individuals that's gonna be disciplined. Everybody ain't gonna go with you. That's when they say only a select few. I agree, because only a select few gonna step to the plate and do what they supposed to do, and then you just gotta watch everybody else suffer. I'm sorry to drop that.
I mean, you can be all fist raising and you know and down with the cause or whatever, but I think there's the education has to play a part in this. You know, I could have the smartest little nigglets at home. At home to know all about the ancestors and this and that and whatever, but if you don't have any education, I mean, you just out there on the side of the street like the guy downtown on Union Street holding a magazine, looking at the traffic. I mean, hopefully ain't no killing nobody.
What Reverend Jeremiah Wright, who was also a Marine, with the AME Church in the Hood, when he said when he used to go to a Jewish school growing up, and he said at kind of in the middle of the day, the Jewish kids would go off and learn about their culture, who they were, their history, their language, and everything. Everybody who wasn't Jewish had to go in the gymnasium. They couldn't go. So he said he always wondered, why am I not out learning about my culture, history, language, and all that? So you see, it's a reason they cut you off from your identity. You don't know who you are, you lost. And they always gonna take advantage of you. And that's what they doing. Kill us unarmed, take us to the courtroom. Okay, the judge and the lawyers and all them, they down with us too. They on code with us too. So this cop gonna get off. Even though he shot an elementary school teacher in a seatbelt, he's still gonna go free. Now what you gonna do, black people? That's the way the system run. I'm sorry. You know, and we got I'm at a point now, there's nothing we can do but fast. We gotta starve ourselves. That's why I'm doing the thing on the 23rd. Because I'm like, ancestors, they did y'all the same way. Shouldn't you be mad? Shouldn't you be interceding just based off of what they did to y'all? but they ain't doing nothing. So I'm like, well, maybe we got to do more discipline. We got to show that we stepping up to the plate. We got to show that we want help. And I think now that's a little on my cool side. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we got to try something. So I'm willing to do it.
My thing is this. I'm more of he speaks on the ancestors and everything. I'm more practical. You know, I come from a Christian background, so for the most part, you know, I believe in fasting and praying. I do. But one thing that they always said in church was that for God to do the super, you need to do the natural. So let's be real honest with it. I can sit up there and say, and we can watch all of these black people get shot and killed online and everything, and be like, wow, they got shot and killed. Let's see what happened when they go to the court. Wow, nothing happened to them. So one of two things got to happen. Either, like David Banner said, we attack them financially. We come together, which is, from what I'm seeing, is slowly happening with the movement by Killer Mike. He's trying to get people to put their money in black-owned businesses. We're trying to get black things happening for black people. But then at some point in time, there has to be consequences, because let's be real, I'm not saying to go out and start killing cops. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that if that cop, or if people knew that there was a consequence of happening of killing people, period, they would think twice about doing it. I mean, you watch Training Day. During Training Day, Denzel Washington messed around and killed one of the mob people. The mob people say, listen, the consequences of you killing our family is going to be $1 million or you die. Simple and plain. Okay, you got this amount of time to get it done. What you going to do? What happened at the end of Training Day? He ain't had the money. He tried to run, but they got him. And I'm not saying that we go out there, but there has to be some type of consequences or fear to let cops know, listen, bro, you just can't go killing folk and then go to your court and then get off on it. Okay, the court lets you off, but the street you're gonna have to answer to the street. You know what I mean? Something has to happen, because you got a lot of these cops that are they walking around, they Ku Klux Klan members and white supremacists with a badge. Right. And you can't sit up there and be like, okay, well, listen, let's have the good cops turn on the bad cops. Do you know how hard it is for one cop to go against
it's not,
you know?
And from with the one guy that got killed, and the police officer lady stood up and spoke out. Yeah, I call her True Blue. That's my little name I gave her.
Oh yeah, the whole court system. I mean, yeah, they wouldn't
against her. You know, so you can't do that. I'm just going to stick to reaching the youth, because if they don't know who they are, you know, that's what, when I start learning who I am, that was me. I'm a selfless person. You know, I received it, I'm learning it, I'm researching it. But now when I look at my people, you know, and see how much my people is so lost and don't know. So, you know, got to come up with a way how you got to be able to reach them, because everybody can't reach the youth. You know, some of these youth just look at you and laugh, you know, and tell you go ahead on. But if you can reach, you have the ability to reach the youth, you know, and can reach their parents and get, you know, a place to.
I say let's reach them by coming on Sutil Drive.
You know, African American America, they need. It's freedom there.
I mean, all that area.
It's freedom there. You know?
I didn't mean to interrupt you, Tamika, but all that area, you know, and everybody's saying black-owned businesses. Everybody, I mean, you know, that's listening now, if you from Duval, y'all know about Skate City growing up. Yeah. And if you drive down, you know, Sutil right now, that entire plaza with nothing in it, why can't that be, you know, Black Town, or, you know, like our Chinatown?
When they, like Leroy said, we're going to need, in other words, you probably need to do like the Europeans do. Get that stuff cheap and then make it expensive and move everybody in there and let that begin to be your.
So that'll be what? What's that, gentrification?
A conversation that
reverse
everybody
gentrification
is having in Detroit. You know, I just went back home. You know, my neighborhood doesn't look like a neighborhood anymore. Chicago, all the inner cities, everywhere we're at, abandoned buildings. What was, what used to be. You know, this is the conversation. Why we can't turn that school into a community organized center, or why we can't? Well, okay, who went downtown to see what it takes to do that?
Maybe somebody,
maybe plan of action.
Maybe somebody did, but you gotta also realize that the foundation of how you get your money really doesn't belong to us. You know what I mean? That's why everything, for the most part, start off with like, let's say you can't, or you might be able to, you might not be able to go to what is it, a Bank of America or a Chevy Chase and get a loan to get that whole strip mall.
Well, we could raise the money. Like me,
Did you just say Chevy Chase?
I'm the Harriet
Did I say Chevy Chase?
Yeah, I'm
Chase
Chase
Bank.
Bank. I
Chevy
believe
Chase.
it can be done with action. I can't go. I'm just not hopeless. You know what I'm saying? I just, I
Well, then
not
maybe-
go and get those answers, or that the problem. I'm interested in solutions.
Okay, well then maybe what we need to do then, as a group, with all of the people who might be listening to this video now, or maybe listen to it after this has been recorded, is to put together a fundraiser to try to buy the strip mall that you're talking about. Y'all, if you know enough people that'll be willing to donate and find out how much it costs, we can put together. It doesn't take money to what is it? Put
I may
a
not know enough
GoFundMe.
people, but if doing it, I'm all for it. Like I'm always telling people, the movement with like LGBT, and people are offended that they line up their movement with the civil rights, but I don't look at it like, they line up their movement with the civil rights. I look at it like they did what they had to do, and they did what it takes to pass laws in America. So, we can have the ones that's in the community getting the people, the ones that's in the facility getting the people, but we need to be at Washington too, because that's where the laws get passed at,
I think we should do like
Or we're
an
not
open
interested
forum
in
like this right out there in that
passing the
parking
laws.
lot.
We just gonna do our thing.
Just
You
go,
have
just
open
go
forum,
live,
bring city
go
council
live in that
members
parking
in.
lot and just talk about what's going on in that area.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think if we were at Washington D.C., right?
Concerned comedian.
And we're
CC.
at Washington D.C. and they're saying, because here, like you say, go to Washington, then boom, here come the hopelessness, right?
But
what if we was at Washington D.C. and they were saying it is day 1296 and these colored people are still standing
Right.
here
And you
with
know
their
why?
demands. We ain't did that.
Tamika, do you see any Jewish people getting together and talking about we need to do this politically? Do you see any Chinese people going and saying get together and say we need to do this politically? Do you see any Asian people getting
Yes,
together?
I think them. Like when
Because
Trump,
most of
when
them
Trump
have their
did
money.
The immigration, the immigration bill, and they start sending their peoples home. Yeah, I think them and federal judges come forward and say, I don't care if he is the president. No, you know what I'm
Because
saying?
most of them
Release
have
the
their
flag.
money because like they have their Jewish town, their Chinatown, and their money stays in their community and it circulates.
Which
And
means
it turns over, so they don't even have to play a political game of asking and begging and saying, please give us this and please give us that. They don't have to do that because they understand the principle of doing business with their people, and that's their power. So the unity over beliefs is our power. We have to put that beliefs aside and unite and try as hard as we can to spend our dollars together. We're going to have to get some stuff from Europeans, but that middleman position, some of that money can go to our people, and it should be a person that's going to put it back into the community. You know what I mean? We need community and neighborhoods, not hoods. They took the hood out of neighborhood, so we're not neighbors. Because a lot of people tell me, oh, you scared to stay in the hood and why you moved out and all that. One reason is because you locked all the bathrooms in the stores. I got to go and get this big nasty ruler key before I can go and use the bathroom. I'm not going to defecate on myself or urinate on myself in an emergency situation. So therefore I had to leave the hood.
Well, we can agree that the system was successful, and we seeing the destruction of it still today.
Right.
So I
And
don't
we
think
have
want to
to-
sing a rap song.
And we have to watch it. We have to watch it, and we have to eat popcorn.
they can get free to
Until
their
those
mind
people
and
get
then
motivated to
interfere.
do something on their own, the only person that's can change you is you. You can only
Self-destruction.
control your
It ain't but
attitude. You
self-destruction.
can't control the attitude of others. Just like you see me going out here doing all these things, I'm motivated to do it. I put in the discipline. So every other
But you also
individual.
got a seed dropped in you. Something happened or something occurred.
Oh, there we
a
go,
book or
dropping
something
seeds.
Yeah.
That made you say, I want to learn more. I want to see more of this.
Right.
They don't have that at all. To just assume.
I saw so much lack
You know.
around me I grew up in so much poverty. I grew up wearing clothes from the flea market. I grew up when we didn't hardly know what we was gonna eat sometime with the sugar sandwiches and the syrup sandwiches and the big old block of government cheese my auntie used to bring down and we make them sandwiches.
Feel really bad.
I grew up with lack, and that's what motivated me to say, I know I wasn't put here to not have stuff. I wasn't created for that. So, you know, I started reading and researching, and I started going to the library and finding people and listening to them, motivational people, because I didn't have them in my life. We supposed to have mentors. I didn't even know that. I'm 40-something years old not knowing I'm supposed to have a mentor. That doesn't even make sense.
That's what I'm saying. So can you imagine this generation of these children, they're still not getting what you didn't get until then.
Right, some of them.
To now, you know.
Why would you not think your mentors would be your
Most of them.
parents?
I mean, let's just be real. They're
Because
not
it's a
getting
lot of you people that know more than I do. I've sat and talked with them when we had the men's meeting, young kings that know more than I do, and I'm blown away. I almost want to come to tears because I'm like, you are blessed.
They started
always there.
Small children
And it
in
was
that
took from
atmosphere,
us.
though. They started as small children in that atmosphere, so that's what they know. That's like taking a sinner, bringing him in church.
The youth are not. It's not like they're getting this and
Yeah.
they just like, oh, I don't care, or I don't want to hear it,
Right.
because they're not getting it. They really don't.
But they're
know.
getting it because artists are starting to put it in the music.
Starting-
You have rappers out there,
starting to.
and you got to be thankful for what you
Yeah,
have.
you got to start
They
somewhere.
teach
Right.
this.
You
At
got to
the,
be thankful for what you have.
they teach this at the services that you go to on Sunday.
Oh, most certainly.
Then how come you don't put out the name of the facility where you go?
Well, we do. We go in the neighborhood and hand out flyers. We did that Saturday morning.
And it be live too.
Okay,
The
but-
internet. I streamed in live.
Say I wasn't there to get one of those flyers, and I closed my door like I do with the Jehovah's Witness. You can't tell me now where you go to service at. So what if I want to go to service? People in America, if you're watching, what if you want to go to service next Sunday to where you go to learn this?
Well, thank you. We're out on the corner of Cleveland Road and Catanga Drive.
So
And
y'all
I'm
outside.
under a tent.
Okay.
We came out of the air conditioning and we going in the neighborhood with the people. We can't be in the inside in the AC. We
Okay.
got to come out with the people. So we had an artist the past 2 weeks. There's a rapper that go and the guy cursed this morning when he said ass. Get up off your ass.
Well, ass
and
is
do
in the
something.
Bible.
I know, but he was doing the rap and all the people were like, even though it's not
ass.
church like that.
Yeah.
But it was like, we have a rapper come out, he rap. Then we get the message from Demetrius Sr. and he talked about who's a national recording artist, also a radio personality on and I get in trouble 107.9. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
FM. So anyway, he's very powerful in his delivery, and he's not afraid to speak about our current condition and what's going on in the hood. You won't get many pastors that will do that.
Yeah.
So it's phenomenal when somebody, because you put yourself on a block.
Yeah.
And not only do the system attack you, but blacks attack you.
Yeah.
Because now you messing with their money. Like he was the one that told me churches pulled over $4 billion last year, but created no jobs in the hood.
Yeah.
I mean, no jobs for the people.
Yeah.
And it's like, I wouldn't even thought about that. And I made a meme off of what he told me, and that meme got so many hits on Instagram. It was like, wow, you know.
Wow.
So something's there. People feel this pain, but they also at the end of it, we give out clothes and they cook food. We give that out free too. You know, we don't want to keep giving because you enable the people and they think they always got to give. But that's how we got to get them in first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he talked about the just like Leroy broke down the principles, which include the female and the whole part of it. So you know, you get your African culture, you get everything there.
Well, on that note,
And you're the Shikis.
yeah.
Yeah, they had on almost everybody had on dashikis this morning too.
Well, listen, right? I decided to let it go a little longer than normal because we was late because of the weather and the internet situation. So I hope you all are definitely appreciative. We thank you for sticking in this long. We went over 30. We went, a matter of fact, over 40. No, 30 minutes. We went over 30 minutes. We went over about 45 minutes, you know. But first of all, I want to thank y'all. I don't have anything going on this week. I'm trying to get in the show at the Comedy Zone on the 19th. I'll let you all know about that on my social media. But before we go, y'all want anything? Y'all want to plug anything?
Yeah, I'm there Wednesday night at the Comedy Zone. My VIP list, get in free. Message me if you got a group or organization. Just give me the name of the organization and how many people are coming. Everybody get in free. Come out and laugh together. And let's network and let's build together. Salute to all of you, kings and queens, God and goddesses, I respect you. I want to see you achieve the most in life. I'm always going to support you.
Amen.
And I got a show, Comedian Queen T. You can message me at Comedian Queen T at Facebook on July the 26th. Sing your list, your organization, and come have a good time.
Where you got a show?
Comedy Zone on the
Okay.
26th.
And as usual, I'm Claudine. Third week here, I ain't doing shit. That's me. I ain't doing shit, but hopefully I'll be back in the Comedy Zone next month. Stay in school, people, and just ready to roast white boy. I mean, Puerto Rico. I mean,
that Willie Lynch. See, that Willie Lynch. That's why people. That Willie Lynch. See, I'm going.
So y'all buy y'all dashiki shirts. Anybody that need tickets that want to come to the show, I don't know how many tickets you have left to the show, David.
Actually none. Y'all just gonna pay $8 at the door because I told you to get the tickets, so don't even trip.
Okay,
we need the money anyway for our fundraiser.
Yeah.
All right, okay. I done moved these tickets. I don't be playing, and then that's it.
All right, all the tickets gone.
Also,
so $8 at the
Edward,
door.
the guy I get the dashikis from, hit me up. He doing $15 for dashiki this whole month. He gonna take care of you. Message me so I can give you his information. I don't know his African name. A lot of people got all the African names. I can't pronounce it. I don't want to mess it up. I'm going to New York first couple of weeks of August. Don't nobody try to break in my house because I got cameras up, security, and all that stuff. And I'm leaving somebody in there
He
too.
stays in a wise neighborhood.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Rednecks. But I'm going up there on 125th. I'm gonna try to meet with the elders, get my reading or whatever they got to do, so I can get my name. And I'm gonna have a name. And when I get that name, y'all better watch out. I'm gonna be creating under that name, boy. It's gonna be something. I'm sorry.
I'm scared.
You better be scared, cause once I get that name, it's on and pop.
Wow.
Yeah. It's gonna be
Amen.
popping. I can't wait. I'm definitely gonna mess with him.
I wish you can go with me and get a name too.
I don't know. My name's Leroy.
Ain't too many black people.
Ain't too
That's
many
your
black-
slang name.
Ain't
That's
too
your
many black-
government name. We gonna
Maybe.
get you a name from our people. Hakatuna. What?
X.
Hey.
Leroy.
Yeah, I
X.
like that X, but there's some big shoes to fill.
Yeah, to fill
Malcolm
out
X,
X.
there's some big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
Marcus Garvey, them some big. Oh, shout out to Umar. He called me during the show. We're doing Marcus Garvey weekend, August 19th and 20th. Professor Griff is coming. I'm going to be doing comedy on the stage on the 20th. Leroy, y'all, if y'all want me to get y'all some time on stage, I asked them as well. It's
On
got
the
to
20th when?
be clean. August 20th. I know y'all can do clean because we just did clean.
Yeah.
August 20th, we're going to be on the beach with Professor Griff, Marcus Garvey celebration. On the 19th, they're going to be doing a neighborhood block party, barbecue and all that with, and Professor Griff going to be there too. Professor Griff is from the group Public Enemy, in case y'all don't know him. He's going to be there. So I like this stuff, so that's what I'm doing. You know, I'm a comedian at the same time, but I also like all the stuff they didn't want me to learn. Okay? Oh, and I'm taking up too much time.
Oh no, you good. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for checking us out. Check us out next week, same time, 6:30 p.m. on Sunday. So y'all can go ahead and laugh and prepare for your Monday with a laugh on Sunday. I'll let your boy. Y'all have a good night.
Signal 27.
See you Sunday.